All right. Whoa. We're in the engine room now. This is crazy. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I have driven the new Scania all the way down to, is this Fort Lauderdale area or?
Yeah, Palm Beach.
Palm Beach. And I've got Jorg here with the president of Scania USA. I mean, this is really cool to see you here. We met at first in Sweden back in August when we were getting ready to build the truck with Matthias, and you invited us out here to Palm Beach for some really cool stuff. We're surrounded by boats. We're in the marina. So what do you have planned for us today?
Yeah, first of all, welcome.
Yes, thank you.
I'm glad you made it.
Yes,
and
sir.
as you said, last time we met it was in Sweden when this baby was built.
Yes.
Now it's here.
It is.
Unbelievable.
Covered in bugs. We had a massacre on the front coming down here. But
Yeah, but that's just showing that you drove it here.
yes, sir. Yep.
It's not traded here. It's driving on its own wheels. So
And that had a lot to do with you and your team making that all possible. So
Yeah.
thanks again for that.
Yeah, of course, you made it happen. So glad to have you here.
Yes, sir.
In an environment which is not natural for you, I would say, and
Yeah.
the truck. We are at the marina here
Okay.
in Palm Beach, and showing the one of our demo boats.
Okay.
We will come to that in a minute.
Yep.
And the bridge between the truck and the boat is, of course, the V8.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So super excited. So we're going to be taking the Mack Attack boat out, and Mack Boring, I guess the company that owns the boat, is one of the largest distributors of Scania engines here in the USA. I had dinner with the owner and his team last night. Really great group of guys. But before we talk too much, let's go check out the boat. We're going to get to go down in the engine room, and this boat's outfitted with two
Yeah.
Scania 1150 horsepower V8s.
1150 V8, 16 liter. So basically same engine as in the truck, but we'll see it in a minute. So welcome again.
Let's go. So we managed to get the truck parked in a parking spot
Yeah, in the marina.
at the marina. Pretty crazy.
Not many trucks been here before, I guess.
I don't think there's probably been any semi-trucks in this parking lot. Well, guys, we brought some friends with us. I invited my friend Paul and his wife Lindsay, and Amber's here. But over here we've got Captain Dennis.
Good morning, how are you?
Dennis, you're with Mack Boring,
Yes.
correct? So how long have you been at Boat Captain?
I've been running boats for just over 30 years.
A hot minute.
A hot minute.
So you navigate these waters pretty well.
Yep. I've been very fortunate in this business, done a lot of traveling, seen a lot of neat things.
Okay, really awesome. Patrick. Patrick.
Both
You're
goals in black.
Yeah. So, what's your role here with Mack Boring?
So I'm the president at
Okay.
Mack Boring Parts Company. Been working there almost 30 years now.
Okay, so 30-year veterans here in some kind of industry. That's really cool. So, I hear we get to go see an engine room down here, and we'll tour the boat at some point. But I want to just dive right into the why we're here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're excited to show you the Scania, the marine version of the 16-liter V8. You
Yep.
got in your truck over there,
Okay.
and I think it's going to be an exciting experience.
Awesome. Now, there's something else really cool on board. I think that your company sells. Is that right?
Yep. So, well, there's a few items on here.
Okay.
One of the things we like to do, obviously, is find great platforms to show off the products we sell. So, the feature of this boat is the twin 16-liter Scanias. We also have a Smart Gyro SG40 stabilizer on here.
Okay.
Which are very common on larger boats these days. And it's just a great way to increase the comfort for the crew while you're out on rough days.
Yeah, I wanted to point that out because once we get out on the water, I want to show that. You guys are hearing the humming in the background. You probably shouldn't hear it too much, but we'll show you exactly what that is. It's a really, really cool piece of technology. So
Yes.
let's go find these engines.
All right, sounds great.
All right. Wow. It's like a trap door.
It is, yeah.
Never
Don't worry,
expected
we won't-
to
we won't
imagine
leave
seeing
you down
this.
there.
This is really cool. So guys, we're diving right into the video. I'm currently sitting in between nearly 2,400 horsepower, which is insane underneath a boat. You look at the outside of this boat, you're like, there's no way there's two big V8 engines sitting underneath it. Well, these are literally the Mack Attack daddies right here. Chrome valve covers. I mean, this is really, really, really cool. Looking at these engines, I've been doing my homework. You got twin turbos. This is a true, not a compound turbo setup, but turbo setup. So you've got a turbo right here, another turbo on the other side of this engine, and the same with this engine right here. I mean, this is just really, really sick. And we're in an engine room that's so clean, and I would assume that you would keep it this clean. That we're not even wearing shoes. We don't want to get the inside of this room dirty. And right now, there's actually a generator running right next to Jack, and we can actually have a conversation with each other. Now, once these babies fire up, it might be a little bit louder in here, but still, this is really, really something, guys. I mean, this is like really cool. There's not a whole lot of room in here, guys. As you can see, I'm sitting right where the propeller shaft is that goes down. Transmission on the engine here. I want Patrick to tell us something he thinks is really cool about this engine room.
All right, so I mean, the coolest thing about this engine room, in my opinion, is that it includes a pair of 16-liter Scania engines. You know, when we're looking for a demonstration platform to show everybody what Scania can bring to the recreational marine market, you know, you're always looking for the best platform possible, and that's where partnering up with Viking Yachts it's always worked out well with us. The engineering, the layout they do in their engine rooms is second to none. So, you know, that's a perfect platform for us, where, you know, the engines can stand out. They can see all the benefits that Scania brings to the market. You know, the great acceleration, the high torque of the product, you know, the smoothness, lack of vibration, and then just great reliable power. So, you know, when we deliver these engines, we work closely with our customers. So, you know, in this case, the Viking engineering department, and in designing the product. So when we ship it to them, it just basically drops right into place. They're a very busy organization. They're building, you know, 60, 70, 80 yachts a year. So, you know, we can't hold them up in their production with, you know, figuring out how to put in a pair of our engines. Our team of engineers, you know, we have a couple mechanical engineers, electrical engineer, work with Viking in custom making these the mounting feet for this. Yeah, it's an amazing process. When we're there and we see the installation, they drop the engines in. You know, they're basically, they've got the mounts pre-rigged on the stringers here, and, you know, you've got no tolerance for any mistakes there. So I'm standing next to my lead engineer saying, okay, I hope we got this right. And, you know, they just dropped the engine right down on the 4 studs on top of the flex mounts, and you know, nailed it right off the bat. Yeah, some other custom things. I mean, we did some nice chrome, you know, valve covers on these. We did the black matte paint on the turbos and all the hot parts of the engine. Just helps it look nicer for a longer period of time, you know, in the demanding environment of a big yacht that's going to be going 30, 40 miles, you know, 30, 40 knots offshore, and, you know, many times taking us you know, over 100 miles offshore.
So these engines look a lot different than our Scania that's in our truck out there, and that's because they don't have radiators, right? They just have lots of cooling built in using the ocean water or whatever water the boat's floating in, and to keep the whole systems cool all the way down to the turbo housings. I'm pretty familiar with these. These turbo housings actually have water that circulate through them to keep them cool, but does that also maybe heat up the engines a little faster for operating temperature?
Well, I mean, basically, you know, you're making power from air and fuel, but by being able to cool the engine, you know, more efficiently using the raw water, that's where we're able to get a lot more output out of these, and we're at 1150 versus 770 with the radiator cooled engine.
Essentially, you never run out of coolant.
Correct. Yeah, and you got the coolant. I mean, you got the fresh water and the raw water going. I mean, the raw water is basically isolated to the heat exchangers, so you don't have to worry about corrosion with the salt water inside the core components of the engine itself. But yeah, it just maintains a more consistent temperature cooling opportunity there, and you know, again, just gives us the ability to get that extra power.
And these don't have an intercooler. They've got a, like you said, a heat exchanger or water to air intercooler. So yeah, they've got ocean water flowing through there all the time to keep the air. Is that correct, or is there?
Yeah, correct. And actually, that's another big feature, is that intercooler, where, you know, we're cooling the intake air. Again, that's compressing the air. It's allowing more volume to get inside the engines, which is another key component to get that higher output in the marine product than we can do on the radiator cooled product.
And that's why you see these. Looks like a funny looking exhaust manifold, not something you usually see. And why they still have paint on them is because there's water flowing through them.
Yep, exactly. And look, I mean, people in the yachting world, the marine world, you they love the white engines. They want to see, everything's clean. If there's any issues with leakage, you're going 100 miles offshore. You don't want a problem out there. So it's very, very, designed to be, easy to inspect, easy to review, and make sure if there ever is a maintenance issue, you're dealing with it before you leave the dock versus offshore.
And you just drove, you don't drive a boat, you con a boat.
Yeah.
So you piloted the boat over here to where it's at, and how long has it been parked with the engine shut off?
Yeah, that's a good question. Probably about 2 hours. So you get the residual heat.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have the heat from the Cummins Onan generator running back there. But if you're down here coming in, when you after you've had a long run, I mean, when we typically use the boat up in New Jersey, we're doing canyon fishing. We're running 60, 70, 110 miles. When you're coming down here to do your engine room checks during the day, it's pretty toasty.
It could be
It's
a
kind of
lot.
like a natural sauna, it's a healthy check.
All right, well that's really awesome. We're gonna head up top, and I think we're gonna start navigating through waters and get out and take this thing for a rip, grab some lunch, do some other cool stuff.
Yeah.
So we're on the upper deck here with Captain Dennis here, and he's got the radio turned all the way up, but we're just like engaging and disengaging, right?
That's
Because
correct. Yep. Yeah, we're in a
idle-
slow. Yep. We're in a slow, no wake area here, so we're just taking our time here. No rush here. Want to be polite to the other boaters.
Yeah, I guess it makes a heck of a wake, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty crazy that even at idle, this thing just
Yeah, absolutely.
go.
Yeah. At clutch speed, she's about 7 knots, and she makes a pretty good wake at 7 knots.
Wow.
So we just take our time, bump her in and out of gear.
So these have like a hydraulic clutch.
It's actually all these are actually it's electronic. It's an electronic control system through the ZF gear. This is my command center right here.
Okay.
So I engage and disengage controls right here.
Wow. So come around here, Jack, and check all this stuff out. It looks like he's got monitors for both engines on this one screen.
That's correct.
We got all the girls running around trying to hide. So you can, as he engages one, you'll see the RPMs drop a little bit, and then watch that one. It's going to drop right there as it engages. Now, are you guys able to like put a different pitch prop on it so that you can actually just leave them engaged idling, or is that?
So, these are, traditional propellers. We can't do anything where we can actually control the pitch on them.
Okay.
So, Viking, they are probably one of the best in the business when, delivering their boats and everything. With all their R&D that they do, making sure that the boats are propped correctly before you deliver them to make sure you get the best performance out of whatever application you have on their boat.
Wow, this reads like everything. Look at that. I mean, you've got the amount of percentage of torque load on the engine. That's pretty crazy. Now, what pressure is this that's reading 0 right there? What is that supposed to be there?
That's something that's just not connected.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So is this measuring the flow of water through the engine?
Yes.
See that right there?
Actually, I'm sorry. That's fuel.
Oh,
that's my fuel right there. So
it's your fuel burn.
Yeah, that's my fuel burn right there.
Oh, okay. So once we just nail it, we're just
you'll see that number go.
I heard you said it's like 40 gallons an hour or something.
Yeah,
at
just
full
about
power?
45 gallons an hour at cruise speed.
Wow.
I also have redundant displays up here as well.
Ah, so these are like the Scania displays, and this is the
Yeah, this is,
Garmin. Okay.
that's correct. Yep.
Wow.
Almost over.
So how much fuel does this thing hold?
900 gallons.
Whoa. That's crazy. That's a lot of weight too. What does the boat weigh? Do you know?
I'm not quite sure on this model, but I can find out. That's an easy question to find out there.
Yeah, I think the last Scania boat video I did when we were in Sweden was on an all aluminum boat, and it was about the same length, maybe a little bit longer, and it was like 40,000 pounds or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is probably in the neighborhood of about 65.
Okay, yeah. Wow. This is a big piece of fiberglass here.
Yes, it is.
That's cool. Wow. So what we're doing right now, you said we're navigating the channel, just kind of burning some time because.
Yep, we're going to turn around here in a few minutes. The bridge is on demand, or it's on schedule. Every half hour that bridge opens up.
Okay.
So
we'll start making our way back shortly and go under the bridge, and that'll take us through the intercoastal waterways.
That's correct. Yeah, we'll go out into an area called Lake Worth. We'll go out there, and then we'll pick it up. We'll be able to run through there, and then we'll head out the inlet and go out into the ocean.
So are you using bow thrusters to do that?
What's that?
Are you using bow thrusters to do that turn?
I a little assistance with the bow thruster, but not much. This thing is very nimble.
Wow. That's crazy.
When we get out in the ocean, we'll do some maneuvering with the boat.
I like that word,
Yeah.
maneuvering.
Yes.
Cool. Well, while we're still in like the easy to go through, and I guess I really don't want to miss going under this bridge. What time does it open, you say?
9 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so soon we'll go below deck. This boat has got this vessel. Yacht? What's the term?
Whatever, yeah.
What do you
Boat,
guys
vessel,
call it?
yacht.
Okay. This fishing yacht here has got 3 bedrooms down below,
That's correct.
2 bathrooms.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, well, we're going to get to see this bridge open up here in a second. So I invited Paul on the boat trip with us, and he's been doing nothing but talk the whole time and saying he's going to buy a boat and all this other stuff. But what do you think of this thing, man?
No, it's unbelievable. Obviously, I knew it would be top notch. I've seen Vikings around, and I've been down here scuba diving, and I drove past them, and it's obviously on another level. But until today, I didn't realize that Scania actually powered some of them, and this has got 2 big Scania engines, which somehow Bruce has managed to get himself involved with.
Big Daddy engine. So we're about to go full power.
You guys are ready?
All
Jack,
right.
I don't think Jack, our cameraman, he's not mic'd up right now, but he's never seen this before, so here we go. You hear these engines roaring maybe on camera. Big Daddies. You gotta hold on. Dang. Look at that. This thing just gets with the plan. You almost need like a tether so you don't fall off the top up here.
You want me to sit here?
No, you're good. You can't imagine like booze cruising.
It's almost.
Imagine you're plastered up here and the captain takes off and you're just...
Be okay if you're out in the open,
Yeah.
but getting it into town. Look at the spot that he was parked in when we got here.
I know. All right, guys, so Dennis is going to do some really cool maneuvering. I've seen him using some really crazy turns while we were pulling out of the, what do we want to call that, the harbor?
Yeah, out of the marina.
The marina, there we go. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to throw the drone up and just show some really cool stuff. Does this thing have the ability to keep itself like straight and perfect, like with GPS coordinates? Does it do that?
Yes. So one of the things, especially when we're running, we're using autopilot and everything, and I just
Autopilot.
Yep. Put in my autopilot, put in my coordinates where I want to go, and she just drives herself there.
That's pretty cool. So, drone's going up, guys. We're gonna do some really cool stuff. So we had some really sick drone shots. You've had me running that drone hard, trying to keep up with it. Because how fast did we get up to?
At one point, we were up to 35 knots.
Yeah, that drone was just flying as fast as it could to catch up with us. And I almost hit the return to home button, which it would have just wherever we originally took off from. The drone
that would have
went
been
that way.
entertaining.
I had like cancel. All right, so I'm gonna get the pilot.
With the it's one of the newest exclusive hotels.
Let me drive the boat.
As a captain, what do you call it? Do you drive it, pilot it,
Pilot it, run it,
Con
drive it,
con a boat? I've heard that term.
navigate.
Navigate.
Yep.
All right. So, one click forward is engaged, and that's
Yep.
idling.
That's correct. Yep. So
And each
go ahead,
individual-
just push them, both of them, nice and easy. One click forward. Now you're in clutch forward right now, right there.
It's crazy the idle speed of just
Yeah, there's a lot of horsepower.
a lot of torque too. I guess
a lot
right.
of horsepower here.
That's wild.
So if you want, we'll engage the one lever right here.
Okay.
So we're in one lever mode right now. So all you need to do is push this lever forward, and this will control both motors. So,
Everything.
Yep. So go ahead and start pushing her up, and we'll start picking up the speed here.
Whoa. Fly by wire and everything. I mean, that's
Yeah.
crazy. It's just you don't feel like all that power is right there. What are these buttons? What is this?
So
do?
these buttons right here, they're for the bow thruster right here. And
Oh,
this is,
okay.
I take bow thruster on right here, and these both.
We don't want to use that right now, but
No, but it's a great system having them integrated with your handles right here. It's just
So you're not trying
so
to,
nice
like-
and easy. Yeah, you're not taking your hands off the control and trying to fumble around. So it's a really great application.
wow.
Okay, push her up. Don't be afraid. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Keep going. Here are your RPMs right here. You'll see them creeping up. Typically, we like to run the boat right at around 1950, right around there, at 80%. 80% load.
I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but just the roar of the engines back there, because there's no mufflers, right? It's just
There is an exhaust system on here, but yeah.
but it's just water,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of like dampens
Yep.
the sound.
Yep.
Wild. So now, like, how far are you like watching to know when you need to slow down if something were to happen or come up?
Typically, like anywhere, I mean, it's like driving a car. You need to pay attention all the time.
Yeah.
One thing that we encounter on occasion is debris in the water floating.
Ah,
So that's
okay.
always a constant issue. So you
Oh, shit,
definitely
little
don't
bit.
want to hit any debris while you're running.
Wow.
So the boat has power steering too. So you can literally just take your finger, put it right there, and you just turn the boat. Nice and easy. Go ahead, give it a turn. See how easy it is.
It's like nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. So right now we're at like 25 knots.
Yeah, we're
ground
at
speed.
60,
Yep.
70 RPM. We're at burning 60 gallons an hour, 62 gallons an hour, and we're at 70% engine load right now.
Wow.
Typically like to run the boat at 80% load. Yeah, so turn down this way a little bit, and we'll get us down so it'll just take a little nicer run. Sure. Just keep turning, you'll be fine. Nothing bad will happen. Go ahead. Keep going, keep turning all the way around so you want to straighten out.
Crazy to be. Look at the. It's just crazy. That's a big one. That a Coast Guard?
That's the Coast Guard.
Okay, I seen the orange. How close can we get to them before they get mad?
Not too much closer.
Probably shouldn't fly a drone over
They're
there.
all good. Yeah, so start straightening out now. Now we'll be running down the sea. Make for a nicer ride here for everybody. So the Coast Guard patrols here a lot now because right up here, just a little to the south, not just a few miles, is Mar-a-Lago.
Ah.
So the Coast Guard's constantly out here patrolling now.
Makes sense. So does it have like a full power stop, or do you like monitor engine load before you go?
Yeah, typically that's it, right? Yes, I monitor everything right through here. And just see where I'm at. Go ahead, we'll push wide open. Go ahead.
What is it that you're adjusting down there?
So these are the trim tabs, just to help level the boat out a little bit.
Ah, okay. Oh, trim. Okay.
So we're seeing like 36.5 knots we just saw right now. That's good conditions for that right now. Probably 95% load. We're burning 117 gallons an hour right now.
That's like $6 a minute.
Yeah.
Or more than that.
So go ahead and pull her back to 1950. Nice and easy. There you go. So just watch the gauges right here. Go right to 1950.
We want to go through here or over here to the left?
You can do a big looping turn. You can be aggressive with your turn. Go ahead and turn it.
Oh, okay.
There you
Hold
go.
on. More?
That's perfect.
All right.
You're coming around, and then what you're going to want to do is head towards that antenna over there.
Okay.
Head back towards the inlet. And start straightening her out and just head right for that antenna there.
Come some waves, Jack. Like nothing.
No.
It's crazy.
Yep. So it eats it up. Goes right through it.
All right, so we're about to take off and go to full power again. So we're going to show you guys some action where you can see the drive shaft running propeller inside the engine room from right here. Well, come on in our yacht here, Amber. We just had lunch and we've kind of been given permission. They said just go in there and check everything out. Think we could get used to this? First thing she notices is the kitchen. She's like, oh, this is a nice kitchen.
Nice kitchen?
This is a bigger kitchen than most people have in their house. And this is on a boat.
Yeah.
Dang. So this is still like a demo boat, so I don't think it's like fully loaded full of everything. There's a nice microwave. Dang. It's nice to have air conditioning right now.
Snacks?
How come we didn't know about the snack drawer? Whoa, look at how long that is though. Open that. I'm sure everything is locked, so we gotta be careful not to tear anything up.
Well, there probably should be like a little button.
There it is right there. We're gonna tear it out. There we go. Dude, look at that drawer. I don't know where he went. There we go. That's a serious snack drawer.
Put all the good snacks in there.
There it goes. So everything has like redundant, everything locked so that you get into those rough seas, nothing's like smacking around everywhere. TV. Yep. Oh, there's the fridge. Check that out. It's like our Scania. It's got a door that slides in and open.
In and out, you mean?
In and out, yeah.
In and open.
There's the drink staying.
I think this is literally
There's a freezer.
all of
It's like everything, yeah.
Oh, this is freezer. It's a freezer, fridge. I'm guessing this is a trash can. Okay.
Is it like a closet? Oh, washer and dryer. Dude, you never have to come off this thing. Check this out, Jack.
Come over here.
That is sick. Okay.
Okay. Well, I gotta shut that one off.
Careful.
Careful. Okay. Next.
Now they said this is like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with shower.
Oh.
Check that out.
There you go.
Whole shower and everything in there. Look at all, like, all right, so Amber sees all this, but I'm looking at like how the door latches and everything are made. Look at this.
I don't know what that stuff is.
It's crazy.
Hey, you gotta.
All right, I just locked in there.
Oh wait. Look, go in the other door right there.
Is it like pass through to the?
Yeah. Like I
Oh.
walk through. And look, I'm right
Oh,
here.
there she is. So we got bunk beds in here.
Yep.
Perfect opportunity to lose her. This must be the master bedroom.
Yeah, it's not very big.
Huh?
It's not very big.
I mean, they probably opted for the 3-room version instead of the master suite 2-bedroom. But there's another bathroom and shower. And the craftsmanship, everything's like
It's like epoxy, isn't it?
epoxy coated, everything. It's pretty wild. Now I can see how people like live in these things year round, tax free on the water.
Little closet.
Jack, you cannot live tax free on the water in Tennessee.
Okay. And then back here.
This must
Put
be
it in
like
reverse, Terry.
the kids' room, the bunk beds.
Yeah.
Even like, I mean, the The mattresses are like so nice.
Yep, they are.
I wonder what this thing is for. So that's what it does. It's an escape hatch. Someone's definitely gonna point out in the comments, I don't have any shoes on, so I'm gonna tell you guys now they got wet. Our shoes got wet, so Jorg was more fortunate than I was, but what do you think? I mean, you've seen plenty of these trucks before. Seeing it in person, it's gotta be a little surreal in the US.
It is still, but I definitely get used to it.
Yeah.
I like it, and this is a perfect example of what we can do.
I think so, and just parked right next to the boat. I think it was awesome seeing it pull up here. You know, us pulling back up here in the parking lot, the marina, I guess, and see it sitting here. So we're gonna let some of the guys from Mac Boring check it out and see what they think. We'll climb up in this thing and check it out. I mean, I've been all over the y'all's boat today, so I got the hiccups so bad. We've been all over the place traveling, so we got all of our camera gear in there, but have at it. I mean,
Sounds
climb
good.
in there and
Give it a shot.
yeah. I keep having the hiccups so bad. I guess go ahead. We've heard how loud your boat was and stuff, and not really loud, but just go ahead and fire it up and
All right.
let it
Give it a
start
shot.
cooling down a little bit.
All good?
Yep. There you go.
Pretty amazing. Great sound.
Yeah.
Gotta love that V8. I wouldn't want to reverse it right now, though.
No,
That'd be a
no.
bad idea.
Turn the radio off there, but
Nice. This is the coffee maker I've been looking at online. I'm
yep.
excited to hear how the first cup goes there.
Every video I give everyone the rundown, but I mean, what do you think first thought? What sticks out to you first?
I mean, you know, I haven't driven a lot of trucks, but I have had the opportunity to drive some of these at the demo center in Sweden.
That's right. So you're
And,
familiar a little bit.
It's amazing. I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing to drive. I mean, you know, like you refer to, it's like driving a van. Like, you know, it's amazing comfort. You know, and the interesting thing for me, not being in the trucking industry world, but listening to your videos, learning about what, you know, the folks who come on as guests with your content, you know, is a lot of the same features that make the trucks so attractive in the market is the same thing in our marine and industrial business.
Yeah.
You know, just smooth, reliable,
Quiet.
you know, great performance. Yeah, a lot of torque, quiet. Yeah, I mean that's what people like. You know, I guess it goes through many different walks of life.
Well, you're the first person I've talked to in the U.S. that's an American that's been to the demo center, so
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. Not many of us,
No.
but it was a trip you don't forget.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. So what do you think?
This is really impressive. I'm amazed at how quiet it is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
being
mean,
able to drive
everything-
down the road and use Bluetooth is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, everything is just so clean, easy, accessible, absolutely beautiful. Well
Similar to
thought
your
out.
engine compartment down there in the boat.
Yeah, very well thought out.
Oh,
Very,
boy.
very nice. How is it like, you know, as far as, I imagine it's got to be super comfortable, long distance. And
Yeah,
stuff like
it's
that.
like driving a tour bus is what everyone I've talked to has compared it to, and like for me it's just like I don't even know. I don't feel like I've driven a semi. Like the drive home for 4 hours for us is nothing. It's
Yeah, it's like you look forward to it.
Yeah.
You don't stress out over it.
no,
That's awesome.
not at all. I'm not fatigued at all.
Oh, very cool.
So
Like you got your Scania coffee maker.
yeah, factory. We're actually gonna make coffee in it for the first time on the way home for
Excellent.
a video.
Very cool.
So
Very
well, thanks
cool.
for taking us out today
My
and,
pleasure.
and letting me
Absolute
con the
pleasure,
boat.
man. That was really cool. Awesome job running the boat, driving.
Yeah.
You did fantastic. All good stuff, man. We were very fortunate with weather. Beautiful weather there. So,
Great weather for today.
Yeah.
Florida's either like all the way
Yeah.
bad or all the way good. It's
Typhoon or
very
beautiful.
rarely in between.
Very
I've never
cool.
seen this side of the boating industry where there's just big boats everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hopefully we'll have Scania pulling a boat one day here soon. Who knows?
You guys might have to do a road trip up to New Jersey. Get you offshore fishing.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a plan. All right. Well, thanks again.
My pleasure. Thank you.